So she goes to break up a dog fight. She gets bit. And I am overseeing her one night that we're working together on a shift. And she comes up and she has her arm all wrapped up in a bandage. And she goes to take some pills. And I said, "What are you taking?" She goes, "Oh, I got bit." And she shows me. And it's like gaping teeth wounds in her arm. Awful. Like she should have been at the hospital. They looked infected. And she was taking fish antibiotics. The owner made her sign a form that said she was not going to go and tell anyone that she had been bit, because if you had to file a bite report, like she would get like shut down temporarily or get a fine or something like that. Plus she would have to tell the person whose dog bit her, and then they wouldn't be allowed to come to the daycare anymore, which means they're not paying to be there. So I was like, okay, this place, something is amiss here. Something is wrong with these people. Asterisk in my brain to just be aware, more aware of my surroundings. I wasn't like changing my behavior because I didn't want to let on that I knew some dark, dirty deeds were going on, but I just always had it in the back of my mind not to like fully trust these people. So I pull this girl aside. She was younger than me. I was only in like my like almost mid 20s, but this girl was like 19. And I pulled her aside and I said, "Look, taking fish antibiotics is not okay. You need to go to the doctor." And then she started crying. I was telling her arm looked infected. Like, it's really dangerous to have an infected dog bite on your arm. I said, "You need to report this, regardless of what the owner says. You need to report this. That dog they need to look at the dog. The owner needs to be made aware." And I was like, "You could get like a really serious infection from this. You should not be taking fish antibiotics, especially from somebody prescribing it to you that is not a medical doctor." And all she did, she had a meltdown. She had an absolute meltdown and was like, "I don't have insurance," because we were all working for cash under the table. That was the other thing, cash under the table. So there was no, this is important later, but there was no record of us working there. The next really interesting part of this was when I befriended a girl that was new and started there, and she was starting to be looked at as management at the same time that I was being looked at for management. Hindsight now, looking at it, I know that the owner was just trying to get the most work out of us that she possibly could, and she had no intention of moving either one of us up to management. But at the time, we were friends, but we were also kind of like professionally battling each other to get the management role. And this girl did something so shady to me. And it's the thing that led me to getting kidnapped.